This page is just giving you an introduction to indirect questions. So this is just a different way to ask a question. So normal yes or no or information questions follow the question word order. And that is when we put the verb first, and sometimes we need to add a verb. With indirect questions, we use a regular sentence order. So here are three things that happen in reported speech or indirect questions. The word order is like a statement word order or sentence. It's not normal question word order. The verb tense in the question may change. And verbs like asked or say are used to introduce the reported or indirect questions. So for example, this is a direct question. Where's Bob? And we can say, he asked where Bob was. So this is the indirect question. You're telling us he asked, and you're telling us what he asked, but you're not putting exactly the question. You're just giving the information of what he asked. So he asked where Bob was. Did he ask, where's Bob? So here's a direct question, where's Bob? And here's a question, did he ask? And then the where's Bob part again changes to where Bob was. And so you'll notice that this is changes to was because we're asking in the past, did he ask? So we're going to change this verb to the past too. He said, where does Bob live? So indirect would be, he asked where Bob lived. Did he say, where does Bob live? Then we can rewrite that and say, did he ask where Bob lived? So notice with indirect questions, sometimes it's a sentence like this, and we have a period because we're telling someone, he asked where Bob was. We're giving information. Sometimes it's a question, so we sort of have a question inside of a question. Did he ask where Bob was? So we want to know, did he ask? Yes or no? Did he ask? And did he ask this information, where Bob was? So the answer to this question is yes or no. Did he ask? It's not going to be Bob lives in Seattle. It's just going to be yes or no. So just read over this information and we'll talk more about it in class. And if you have any questions, we'll talk about them in class.